Yeah, we've got to get back into the...
Is it Coco Chanel who says about the whole, red lips?
What is the phrase?
Oh,
Litmus
maybe
with
it's
a
not
woman with a red lip.
Oh no, it's something about just like energy wise and like putting on your makeup. It's like all about the red lip.
Yeah.
So I thought, let me just try. Although, you know what? I don't even know if my lipsticks are still in date, yo.
I'm gonna say they're probably not, because I think it was only like the last year or the year before that I found out, like on the back of every cosmetic program, wake up. On the back of every cosmetic product, it has like a shelf life, and most of them are like 12 months.
Oh, then yeah, definitely. All of mine are like crawling to the grave. So
yeah.
Oh no! And some of them are really nice. Like a couple of them are from Burberry, and because my friend got them when she was still working there. Oh, and they are like the best.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody paying that money for that lipstick.
And I mean, what goes off exactly? And I feel like if you're not using it often, it's not like there's much contact. There's not a lot of contact between like your skin and the product where there'll be like a lot of build up.
But although I do think it is healthy if they do go off, because it means there's some sort of natural ingredient within it that has a shelf life. Yeah, as opposed to this will last you a lifetime. So.
Well, shit, my lipsticks are lasting me a lifetime.
They've got
Although I don't really have that many anymore. Like my makeup bag is looking real sad right now. The effort, man.
Yeah. Spare essentials.
Yeah, I want to have it, but I don't.
I know. And that's so much upkeep, like I don't, this is the thing that I'm loving about like this generation of children going into teenage years, because they just seem to know washing all of your brushes, like, keeping things on a rotation. I think when I first started putting on makeup, my blusher brush lasted me 10 years and that never saw any water. So I understand why I had breakouts every now and again, because it was like, take me to the bin. Take me to the bin.
So real. Who knew?
I know.
There was no
clearly
YouTube.
People did.
There was no YouTube to like get the information.
No.
Makeup wasn't really a thing like that. The information just wasn't there.
I know.
Yes, neither was the common sense, but we live and we learn.
I don't even think my mum knew, so
I've not had
she even
one
really
makeup
wore that much makeup.
So
I didn't really see my mum wearing makeup. I think maybe like get like eyebrows and back in the day eyebrows weren't a thing, so
my mum always used to shave her eyebrows. She was of that class. Yeah, shave them and then draw them on, and a cerise slip, like a staple, a cerise slip. I mean, it looks great, but looking back at old pictures, the eyebrows are wild.
I just wouldn't trust myself to draw them back on again. Like one would look fire. The other one would be, have you seen, you have seen, because I'm about to name Adam Sandler. You know the one?
Just go with it. When the eyebrow just... I died and came back to laugh at that scene. Came back to laugh? Well, actually, that's actually true. I died and came back to laugh.
You're like...
It was so funny. So funny.
Oh, well, I feel like we're warming up, right? We're warming up. So let's get into this. Hello, our lovely listeners. Whether you are coming back to us, you've been on the journey the whole way through. I say a whole way through, like we've got thousands, but like the last 8.
The whole way.
I know it has. For
the learning
us,
curve has
it's
been
a real...
steep. We crawled in today.
Do you know, we need to do better. We need to do better.
Anyway, it's part of the learning curve. We're not,
I know.
We're not going to be hard on ourselves. We have showed up every time through sickness.
Yes, and in health.
And health. So we're doing it. We're doing it.
You're making my makeup run already. God, yeah. If you are new, this is what happens. So we just go off on tangents all over the place. But we always find our way back somehow. It's like a loose tether. But welcome to It's All Frolics. I'm in that energy. Yeah, you are in for a ride. Sorry. Listen, the sun is shining. The sun is shining for me today, so I am just loving it. The last few days, weeks, months, years, it feels like, of rain just have not been one.
Yeah, rained on the mood.
Yeah, so I'm bouncing with this beautiful vitamin D.
It's nice, yeah.
Yes. So, guys, I'm going to welcome you to the show, as I've been trying to do for the last however many minutes. Welcome to It's All Frolics with myself, Miss Amy G, and the beautiful, wonderful, talented, creative barrel of laughs.
Oh, girl.
Literally sometimes I get stitches. Monique.
Hi, guys.
That sounded so innocent. Don't be fooled. Right? Don't be fooled.
Be fooled.
No,
everyone likes surprises.
Everyone likes surprises. Jokes. So this week, right? I am in charge of our opening act, let's say. So I actually got the idea from the last one that we played, something that you kind of dipped into, which is about lyrics, but that have kind of made their way into our normal day-to-day vocab. So I thought that it would be really cool to look at some slaying.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I have named this...
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
No, come on. Put yourself together. Oh, God. I'm on a roll. I have named this... I know, it's never going to be that funny. Oh, I'm not going to sing it. I was going to sing it, but I can't control myself. I want to be down.
You should have sang it.
With the kids. I know, I couldn't control it.
I like it.
Well done. I want to be down. I want to be down with the kids. Yeah. So it's exclusively Gen Z slang. So,
okay.
And do you know what I've actually taken out? There were a lot that even when I was reading them, I thought, I say that a lot.
Okay.
And I don't consider myself to be Gen Z. Well, I am not Gen Z.
Yeah,
so, yes, it's interesting how easy it's part of general conversation already. So I have, I think about 20.
Okay.
20. So.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out how old I really am.
Oh, how young, how down with the kids you are. I'm going to tell you the word. It's a phrase. It might be like an acronym, but I would like for you to translate that into layman's terms.
Okay.
Based on your understanding of it. So, are you ready?
I am. Let's bring it.
The first one, I'm going to go with an easy one-ish. It's something that you will have heard, at least.
Okay.
Beast mode.
Beast mode. Okay, if someone is in beast mode, they're going all in. That's all I got. They're on it. They're going all in. Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. Okay. Yeah, it's highly aggressive, energetic style, briefly adopted. So for a short period of time that they are like, rah,
Okay.
beast. That's the beast. So well done, beast mode. Next one is NGL.
NGL.
So it's kind of like a lull for, NGL.
Oh my gosh. No gifts. No, I don't know.
It's
now, okay, not going.
Not gonna lie.
Oh,
NGL.
okay.
I know. Not gonna lie. So
these kids don't like to spell no more, like everything. Anyway, let me keep my old mouth quiet.
No judge, right? No judge.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is simp. SIMP, simp.
Oh, if someone's a simp, okay. From what I've gathered from context clues, because I don't use this, I believe it's when someone's referring to someone that's a bit like lame, doesn't have a sort of backbone, gets walked all over.
Ooh,
easy to manipulate.
So this is from one site that I went to, and it says to exhibit unwavering devotion or desire for someone or something does way too much. They're simping.
Okay. Okay, so not quite. I'm just on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I'm just
in a different context.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the energy is the same in your description. All right. This one confused me because I thought this was not part of their slang, but part of an older generation slang.
Okay.
Jorts.
Jorts?
Yeah. JORTS.
Jorts.
What does it sound like?
Jorts. Not John?
No.
Jorts. Damn, I don't know then. I've got no clue.
Denim shorts. Jean shorts. I know. That's why I thought, I swear this is something that was already around.
Oh my God. So that's like a spork's cousin, yeah? Spoon fork, just like merging words together.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So on that tip, here's another one.
Okay.
Finsta.
Finsta. Isn't that like a type of old phone? No, it's not.
I'll give you a second guess.
Can I have it in a sentence?
Monique's got Finsta.
Oh. A type of boo? No, I don't know, man.
No.
Let me stop.
It's a fake Instagram.
Oh, okay. A burner account for Insta.
Listen, I've never heard of it, so...
Okay. Listen, I'm going to learn today.
Oh, so here's another one, which I think you might be aware of. CEO.
CEO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Chief Executive Officer, CEO.
But obviously not that. Oh my God. I cannot think.
Okay. It means
don't know.
You've mastered it or you're a pro. You're a CEO.
Okay. Kids, man. All right.
All righty. Okay.
Okay.
So this one I had never, ever heard of, but after looking into this, have heard it several times whilst scrolling on the gram.
Okay.
Cap.
Oh, when someone's talking shit.
Well done. Yeah.
Falsehoods.
Means to lie. You're funny. Falsehoods. Means to lie. So no cap means being authentic or truthful. All right.
Yeah.
So another one. Gucci.
Oh, it means it's okay. It's all good.
Yes, means something's good or okay. Riz.
Oh, are these like chat-up lines?
No, not necessarily. They're just like slang phrases, slang words.
No, I think if someone's like on the Riz, they're like trying to chat people up.
Romantic allure or charisma. I'll take that.
There we go.
Okay. Lituation.
Lituation.
Yeah, lituation.
Like a really great situation?
Yes, when a situation is lit.
Yeah. I see what they did there. My cognitive dissonance is arriving.
It's waking up. Okay, this one is pretty, I think everyone kind of understands what this might, either the action or general understanding of this one, ghosting.
Oh, okay, yeah, just not contacting someone anymore or not answering their calls or texts anymore.
Yeah.
They have kind of died to you.
R.I.P. W.
Oh, for the win?
Yes. Well done.
Okay, warming up.
Take several seats.
Oh, sit your ass down.
And this was the description. When someone is getting on your nerves, you tell them to take several seats.
Several seats, absolutely. Move yourself.
Okay. Hundo P. Hundo P.
A lot of money?
Not
is
quite.
It a literal amount? Not
yes.
£100. Is it £100?
No, it's not. It's 100%.
100,000?
No, it's 100%. 100,000. Oh man, you're a joker.
Oh, terrible.
Okay, we've got 4 more.
Okay.
Sending me.
Oh yeah, because you do that often. Just when someone is hilarious and the laughter goes on and on and on. If something's really, really funny to you.
Yes.
So I am often away.
We both are. You might know this one. Living rent free.
Oh, when something is just replaying in your mind over and over and over again. Good memes, good jokes.
Yeah, good times. YOLO swag.
YOLO swag?
Yeah.
When someone's wearing something that's just outrageous?
No. Oh. No. This stands for living life without worry or fear.
Okay. Sure. They can have their things. Okay.
I mean, who can do that unless you have other people paying for your stuff? But listen.
This is why these are millennial quotes.
Right. So, well.
Gen Z, sorry.
Yeah. The last couple, so I miscounted, 5 in total. The last couple are just like acronyms. Okay. So the first one is TFW. TFW.
The fuck? Why?
That's a good one, but it's not correct. It's that feeling when. So it's like, thank God it's Friday. That feeling
okay.
When.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is. And the last one is IYKYK.
IYK. What? IYK?
IYKYK.
Oh, if you know, you know.
Yes! Yes! I mean, why don't you just say that? Because the whole acronym is like, I couldn't even say it and I had the words right there. Honestly. Well done. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 20. Well done. I would have got like 0. So
I'm kind of in there.
I want to be down. I can do it now with the kids. Yeah.
I'm half in, I'm half out.
Yes, but that's, I mean, you won't want to go all the way in. That's just
Nah,
a bit confusing. And
it's too
just use your
much.
words, people. Use your words. Speak
Sometimes
the
it takes,
language.
literally, sometimes it takes more time to say that shit than to just say the actual
It does
words.
for us because it's not part of our nature.
I'm
So
sorry, but no one is that busy where they have to live a life of acronyms. No one is that busy. Like, what are you
but they'll
rushing
have,
to?
listen, they've got autocorrect, they've got everything that's prompted. It's all automized. No one has to be typing anything in like we had to with the extra buttons to get to the words, you know? So they've got all the time in the world because it's halved. It's halved.
Gosh.
So good for you guys. You do you.
Have your
You
things.
do you. Yes. Live your life. YOLO swag, bitch. Okay. So well done. Well done.
That was fun. That was good. Well done.
It was really interesting, kind of like working through it, because I was like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means.
Were you on Urban Dictionary? Is that still a thing?
No, I think it is still a thing, but I don't think it's as popular as it used to be. But actually, do you know, I came across it randomly when I was just like, I was looking for something specific on Pinterest, and that was something that came up, and I was like, oh, that's quite interesting, because we'd just been talking about the whole wordplay.
Yeah.
So then I dug in deeper, and then obviously Kay sent that message, and I was just like, get out of my head, bitch. And it was that same day. So I was just,
she's often in there rent free too. Shout out to you, Holmes.
Yeah. Because you know she'll be listening.
Honourable member.
I think it would be, I mean, we're warmed up. I'm hoping you're feeling warmed up now. Everything's
as good as it's going to get. Yeah.
Okay.
The synapses are firing as much as they can.
Just like,
yeah.
We don't need much of it being here, so it's all good in the hood. So I think that we should kind of like shimmy on over to the dive board for a deep dive. I should get him out of my seat. Yeah.
That was more of a bow, but I'll take that too.
Yeah.
The light in me sees the light in you.
Oh, hello. So today's deep dive question, and how are you feeling about it, by the way?
Listen, a little bit triggered, but also it's tell the people what the question is, and then let's get in it.
Okay, so the question for this week was, in what ways are you a difficult person to have a relationship with? So in what ways are you a difficult person to have a relationship with? Do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I will do. So automatically my mind went to like relationship wise, romantic relationship.
Yeah.
And I found it tricky thinking about it that way, because mine were so very long ago, and who I am now to who I am then, I feel are quite different. So I kind of just, at the moment, just kind of thinking about it in general terms. So the first thing that I've got in my list is my communication has a lot to be desired. Like, I will say I'm going to call you back, and I fully intend to, but it may not happen. I would say, you know, I'd be forgetting, I get busy, you know, and then I remember 2 days later. It's not great.
Listen, life be lifing, so
often, you know, or sometimes I will like have a train of thought about something, and I will only give the person half of that. So it's just like there's no full context to what I'm on about. So yeah, if you're trying to understand what's going on with me or what's happening, you have to bear with me, because you'll be on a journey as I try to figure out what's going on.
Comes straight from here to here, right? Or from here to here.
Yeah. So my communication is not, I mean, it's getting better. Everything is a working process, progress, one in the same.
Both.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Shit, man. Sorry. I am so tired. I was just talking about synapses firing.
And they just turned off.
This is a prime example of the communication, guys. Honestly, like when it's there, it's there. When it ain't, it's this. I'll just give you like jigsaw pieces and you got to fix it together yourself. But yeah, communication. I mean, back in the day, like relationship wise, it was not great in the sense that I wouldn't really express how I was feeling about a lot of things. So I would hold on to like gripes that I had or injustices that I felt were being put against me. And would just like harbor it. And for the sake of keeping the peace. And, over the last couple of years, I've really sort of moved into a way of life where the peace that you need to keep is your own. And that means expressing how you feel. I mean, I feel like you can say whatever you want to anybody. You just have to be, mindful and respectful of how you put things out. Your voice is important. Your voice deserves to be heard. But that's not how I felt years ago. I was definitely someone that was kind of afraid to speak my mind or just not really have the words, to coherently get my point across without feeling that I'm going to upset the person or rock the boat or cause a big issue. And I'm a little bit that way now, definitely not as much as I used to be. But for the sake of keeping the peace, I wouldn't say anything. And then I would just be in turmoil internally. So it has definitely been a journey to kind of move out from that way of thinking, relationship-wise anyway. So, yeah, that's what I've got for communication. What else? Ooh, decision-making, Niall. Because I feel like I make a lot of decisions, I have noticed that when I get into group settings, I think I get a bit childlike in the sense that I don't want to make any. Like, I'm that person that is more than happy to go with the majority because the people that I'm hanging out with, because as we know, I don't keep a lot of friends. So the ones that I have, I love being around. And really, I don't care what we do, where we go to eat, like it's the company for me. So when it comes to decision making, I'm just like, sure, whatever you guys want to do, I'm there, I'm down. And I know for some that always find themselves in the position of as being the one that has to make the decision, that can be quite jarring. So you being that person, babes. So I'm trying to, take more of the weight in group situations, not just kind of defaulting back to, hey, I don't care, it's whatever you guys want. Because
do you know, it's not about making a decision. It's about giving your opinion.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I think, and as a person who tends to find themselves making decisions, I just want to know, I don't need you to tell me, yeah, let's do this. It's more like, actually, I would prefer this over that. And I'm like, cool.
Okay.
I'll take that into consideration. That's, from me personally, that's all I want to hear. But I have found myself more recently doing that in my relationship, which I will come back to because I didn't have decision making on my list.
So let's add that to it. But yeah.
But I get where you're coming from in that, because it is nice to relinquish that, as we've said in previous deep dives, releasing and relinquishing that responsibility.
Yeah.
When you have to do it all the time, it's like, this is an opportunity where I don't. So I'm
to
not
just
gonna.
not. Yeah, literally. And again, typically with the people that I'm with, I really don't care because I'm already doing the thing that I really want to do, which is being with those people. So the activity, it don't matter. The food that we have, I don't care enough to be like, no, this is what I don't care. I just want to be around the folks, and I'm with the folks, and that's the win for me, you know. But as you said, you know, that whole thing about not necessarily making a decision, but putting your opinion in, that kind of does feed back to what I was saying before about, you know, holding on to my feelings about things. You know, it's necessary to let your voice be heard because it can seep into other areas, you know. And I think I'm just trying to think now what that must do subconsciously if you're just kind of ready and willing to just hand over, I don't want to say control. I guess it kind of is control.
An element of it, for sure. Yeah.
Kind of like what?
It's a freedom. It's a freedom, I think, especially when you, in other areas of your life, you don't have that freedom. So it's nice to be like, oh, I don't have to do this for a change. So
yeah. I mean, if it's something that I absolutely do not want to do, I'm quick with a no. You guys have fun. I'll be here when you get back, or tell me all about it when you get back. But it's not, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like not uneasy in it, but I'm starting to notice that actually just leaving it to other people to sort out isn't great, you know, because it just adds some sort of pressure to others, you know. So I just feel like actually, no, like I want to do my part more in that area. And another thing that I think makes it difficult, maybe more in the romantic sense, is like my all or nothing behavior that I have. So if you're someone that's very like, not mild-mannered, what's the word that I'm looking for? Quite consistent, just like does things at a consistent level. Me being someone that does a lot sometimes and then nothing at other times might be quite difficult difficult, unnerving, or to kind of understand or to get with, you know. Again, this type of attitude is something that I'm working on because the burnout is real when you have all or nothing mentality. Like it's unsustainable, and a lot of the time you undo the good work that you've been doing. But I was thinking to myself, when I'm with somebody again, that might be something that I'll have to be more cognizant of, you know, just how that attitude affects somebody. Because when I'm doing something that I love to do, I just want to throw myself in it. And I kind of have the freedom to do that now because I don't have anyone to account for, you know, I can just do what I want. So that will be a learning curve, I'm sure, when there's someone else to consider. Actually,
there's always learning curves with that, though.
Yeah.
I think even when you have done all of the work on that for yourself. So when you're like, I'm making more decisions, my communication's on point, I'm like now balanced and consistent, and then you throw another person into the mix and you're like, oh shit, whole new problems I need to solve.
Of course, because they've got their way of doing things and their way of decision making, and so it's just finding that happy medium that works for the both of you. So I mean, like we've said, all of the work that you do on yourself is great, but when you have to combine that with another person, it's a whole new frontier. But
yes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Literally, that's all that I could think of, you know. Communication is a big one, though. And, it's funny, though, because as I was saying, how I am today is just so different to how I was like 7-8 years ago. It's like night and day, really. And some of the things that I just kind of put up with or just turned a blind eye to is just mind-boggling to me now. Like, wow, you really said nothing. You really said nothing that whole time. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the business today. Maybe another episode. We'll see.
After a tipple or two, it makes the tongue loose.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's all a journey, isn't it? It's all a journey. And I couldn't be where I am now without having had those experiences. So they weren't for nothing.
Exactly. I think that's the thing to remember. I know it's very easy to look back and shit all over yourself for not doing this or doing this. But that was your rite of passage. You had to go through some of those things to get to where you are now.
Yeah.
And we just have to appreciate us as we are today for what we have gone through and what we've learned from it.
Giving ourselves props as well for having done so, because it's not easy work if you're really trying to do it. It's uncomfortable as hell.
No, and a lot of it is survival mechanisms at the time, isn't it? Like in terms of like my reactions to things in that moment were because I needed to, I don't know, save myself from this, or as you said, a lot of the time when you're not speaking up or you weren't speaking up for yourself, it was to maintain the peace.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always reasons for it, whether or not they're justified now when you're looking back in hindsight. But I think, go easy on her. And like you said, you're learning and you're doing things different. What have been the noticeable differences? Let's go with the communication piece. What have been the noticeable differences that you've recognized?
I think how I feel about myself for having said what I felt like needed to be said. And I guess learning that, I do have great, good, valid points a lot of the time. I'm not this crazy, stupid person that I painted myself to be, it kind of, and it also just makes me feel very present in the things that are happening as well. Because as I was saying before, I've noticed that I lived a lot in my head and internally as well. So keeping things in, everything was happening on the inside. Whereas now, speaking up, saying my opinion, good or bad, being really honest as well, being truthful. Not that I was lying before, but just coming from a really, authentic place makes me feel like present and in the world. So that's, I think, probably the most noticeable difference. That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, it was. I'm joking.
No, it really was. It's a good one. So me saying something about decision making made you jot something down.
Yeah, no, that was just
something you.
It was just that's a noticeable difference for me. And I approach this very much from a relationship perspective, but I feel as though there are a lot of crossovers. More so with my family than friendships.
Okay.
And that's just making me think why. So already I'm going into reflection mode. But the decision-making point that you made was I feel like I am someone who will tend to, whether it's been appointed to me or there is no one taking lead, I will take the lead on things and therefore start making decisions. Now, I feel like a lot of that comes from my need for clarity and So I take control because it means at least I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always work in my favor at all. But yeah, so there have been situations more and more so I've found in my romantic relationship where in certain situations, I will just relinquish. And one of them that is very, very much happens all the time is holidays. Like,
Okay.
I don't book. I don't research. I don't organize anything within the holiday. I'm like, I show up with my bag in tow. Yeah. All I want to know is how much luggage can I bring? that's about it. Like, but really, I just like, actually, that's something that I have noticed I do less of in terms of decision making, is when it comes to going away. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm free to do whatever. I don't want to necessarily over plan anything. I don't want to bombard myself with activities because I'll just go with the flow. And that is something with decision making, I let go of. I'm just like, oh, someone else will do this. And also I noticed that they really do like it. So I'm like, good.
So it's kind of like a holiday, two types of holidays for you.
Yeah.
Really. An actual one and then like a bit of a mental break as well.
Definitely. Because when I'm home, the mental load is
yours.
Yeah, it belongs to me.
Yeah.
So I think that's why when you were making that point and you mentioned about me being one of those people, I was like, instantly I was like, interesting. When do I, like, how do I communicate that, and why do I communicate that? If I'm like, I don't want to be making all of these decisions, I need some interaction from you. What is the need for that interaction? And it's like, I don't mind leading things because, again, at least I know things are getting done and I know what those things are. But if there are more than 2 or 3 people, I just need to know what people's preferences are. Like, give me your ideal scenario, everyone paint their picture, and I will pick out the themes, and that's what I'll work for. But if I'm getting nothing, then I'm just like, listen, I'm the one who's like trying to bring people together, and what are we doing here? Who's doing this?
Yeah.
And it's just, it gets frustrating. So in the last few years, I just stopped so much. Not stopped, because I can't, but stopped so much.
How has that felt, though?
It's been liberating, but also frustrating because, like, say, for example, family events, Christmas, birthdays, there's just no communication from anyone. Yeah. So I'm always trying to pick up what are people doing so that I can make my plans. Yeah. Because if you want to get together, I need to know that in advance. Otherwise, I'm going to do my own thing. And then you're going to be bitching and moaning that no one's seeing anything, no one's doing anything, I'm never available. Yeah. Well, I'm a social butterfly when I need to be, because actually I like being at home. If you can come to me, that's how I prefer it. Okay. Whilst he's not here, let me just go into the next point. Yeah. I am independent. I always have been independent. I just go off. I want to. I have the need to just go off and do things for myself. And in my romantic relationship, I have the shift from being single to being in a relationship has been difficult because I have been so used to just doing things when I want to do them and for the reasons I want to do them and not having to explain to anybody about that. To now not having to dictate where I'm going every second, but I get asked and I'm just like, who is you? And that's still can't. And it's not because like he wants to know everything, but it's just strange because I'm like, I want to go outside. Is that a problem? I want to go spend my hard-earned money on myself. Is that a problem? You know? And that is, I don't know. It's really bizarre because obviously there are certain things that we join on, like even financially, we both have our own bank accounts. We have a shared bank account and that looks after all of the stuff that is shared.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to go to Primark. I want to spend my money on nothing. You know? Come back with bags of clothes I don't need, but look cute.
Because that's your business. And your prerogative.
Why am I having to hide these bags coming in? Like, it's just a whole thing. And I know people out there, you know what I'm talking about. You know you shouldn't probably have bought those things because you don't need them, but you're like, in some Sainsbury's bags.
Accountability lives at home now, so it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Shopping again? Yes. No, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, and even booking, going places, you know, friends, family, they don't live nearby, or if I want to go to like a gig or something, all of these things I have to relay as part of a calendar to say, I'm not going to be here at these times. And like, it seems so bizarre. But it makes sense because obviously, you want to know where each other are, especially because sometimes he has the tendency to like, you know, book stuff for us, whether it's a date event or a new restaurant's popped up. And so he kind of needs to know my movements, but it's just bizarre. So yeah, that's something I'm like, man.
Do you know what? That's actually a really good point, you know, about the independence, because I'm exactly the same way. I just want to do the things. That's why I feel like I'm spoiled right now. That yes, I complain about having to take out the rubbish myself and bring up but it's all on my own schedule. Like I can do all of the things now. I don't have to wait or consider someone's feelings or like wait to watch shows. Because that still blows my mind. Like, how are we? What, you know? Why do you have to wait to watch a show you really want to see?
Just don't. Just watch it.
Watch it on the low.
Don't agree to what. Like, if it's a program or a film that you really want to watch, don't even suggest it. Yeah. Don't even suggest it. Because why am I waiting 3 weeks to watch the next episode? I've already watched it, mate. This is the second time I've seen it. Yes, because I'm not waiting for you. I'm a binger. I binge watch stuff, so there is no chance I'm going to be. So you know, we watch things like The Doghouse, which is so adorable. Oh my God. Channel 4, just have a little, it's like dating, it's like a date matching, you know, thing for dogs and people.
Okay.
Super cute. Okay.
I feel like you kind of need to have a dog to really love it.
You don't.
Okay.
Because it's also, there's an element of emotional stuff on there. So we've watched all of the UK ones and now we're watching Australia.
Oh wow! So this is a thing.
There's only like 8 episodes per thing. It's fun. It's not a whole thing, but weird. So that's the thing. Those are the kind of levels, you know. And like I've mentioned before, we rewatched all of Friends, and they're like 20 minutes an episode. So whilst we're, eating or something, we'll watch one of those because it's lighthearted and you're laughing. It's fine. But the number of times we have a whole watch list of films
that have been there for a while
for the last 3 years. Like,
this is what I mean. I just that I know is going to be an adjustment because I just like to get on and do things. Like I've been teased for like my level of independence. Like, but I mean. Again, part of it has been nurtured because survival. Like I just need the thing done. I can't wait on other people. Otherwise it won't get done. And not to how I want it to be.
It won't get done on your schedule. Let's be
You know,
clear.
For me, that is one and the same.
Listen, okay? Same person. Yeah. I am there. The number of times I'm like, there are boxes in this room that need to be cleared out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so when are the boxes going to get done? Yeah. I'll get to it. When are the boxes going to get done? Yeah. I'll get to it. I got to it. I got to it because I'm like, that's cluttering up my house. Right. Don't make me have to fight you.
I think because we're so like capable and resourceful as well, like we can do the things. But I am, I do understand that, doing things together is, the thing that creates bonds and builds trust and, fortifies a relationship. I get it. And, some things I imagine that your partner wants to do with you as well, but yeah, I know I'm going to struggle. I mean, I have struggled. I have. It's been a thing, but it's just like.
That's where the communication comes in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, even to the point of, like I was saying about the boxes and stuff as an example, but he prefers to have a schedule. So he wants me to say, look, on Saturday, let's take a couple of hours and let's do this thing.
Okay.
So he's like, okay, that's the time period where that's going to get done, as opposed to me saying, the boxes need doing. So like, can you do the boxes? Can you do the thing? Or if I'm like, oh, we need to get these things. It's like, what, right now I'm in the middle of something, but it's because it's in my mind and I'm like, that needs to get out of my face. So so those are the things that I think, and this ties in really nicely with my next point, because I have such high expectations for myself, and I have noticed that I place them on my partners as well, like in terms of communicating their feelings to me, because I don't have a problem with that.
You are fantastic.
I don't know, but
no, really, it's just
comes out
very clear though. That's the thing. It's like you never have to guess where you are.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing. There's not always a filter in terms of. Okay. I need to shape this in a way that's going to land I get
the nice version, then I get the filtered version. So I'm like, she's great. Meanwhile, at home.
Anger out of inside out. That's like they just, I think, but that is definitely been my biggest challenge in this romantic relationship. And not challenge because like I'm constantly having to fight it, but just trying to balance myself out. So I'm in terms of how I'm communicating something to him and he responds, then I'm like, ooh, is there another way that I could have said this that would have had a different response? Or he could be completely oblivious to the fact that I've just like, oh, I didn't know that you were feeling all of these feelings. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So at what point or how am I kind of projecting myself where he's not seeing any of these things? And in my head, I am, but I know I'm very passive aggressive. I will own that. I will wear that hat, that cloak. I've got the Uggs and all sorts. I can be very, very passive aggressive. And I think that's just my transition though, because I have always been a people pleaser, and now to wanting to be like yourself, more authentically me and saying the things. I'm still trying to be nice about it. But and I think it comes across in a different way.
Yeah, that's the hard, like you said, it's getting that balance because there is someone else to consider. And you do kind of have to adjust yourself to meet that person. Hopefully that person is doing the same, because what you don't want to happen is that you've completely changed who you are and how you do things just, to meet that other person, because then you lose yourself.
Yes.
So it's,
and and I have done that before in other relationships, and I refused to do it in this.
And that's part of the struggle, isn't it? So that's why I know I'm going to struggle, because I know what the weaknesses are, but at the same time, you don't want to go too far with it.
No.
You don't want to self-correct too far.
Yeah. And just be the aggressive version of your authentic self.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So these are the things that I find that can be difficult, I think, for someone being in a relationship with me. But I have been incredibly blessed with who I'm in a relationship with, like this time round, because he sees me like in every shade and color. And I never feel judged, like regardless of where I'm coming from. And I'm very emotive, like, so in my bad space, he's supportive. In my good space, he's like #1 fan page. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's full on to the point, I think early on, that scared me off a little bit.
I remember actually.
Like, that's a lot of support. That's a lot of,
and when you're not used to it, it's just like, what do I do with this? And also, are you sure? Like, what are you seeing I cannot see? I think you might be building me up a bit too much here, buddy.
I know. And I was just like, whoa, that's overbearing support, but because I just never had it. I just never had it in that capacity. And now it's one of my favorite things about him. And I really appreciate that. So he has made this journey of self-discovery, but also discovery within our relationship very, very easy and hard and difficult, because he is going through it himself. He is, learning things about himself. So he might be in a stage where he is just not carrying the weight, and I am not here for it. But then I have to remember, he's on a journey, so I have to just take a step back. It's not all about me. I have to take a step back, and I have to allow whatever's going on to kind of happen, and be aware of how I'm reacting, because that's how I'm going to learn. So, I mean, I have learned, but also, I mean, props to the other guys that have the guys I've loved before. I thank you very much for the lessons that you have given me too, because I definitely, like, from the first big love, learned so much about disagreements and communication in a relationship, and taking accountability, to the second where I was like all in, very vulnerable, and probably relinquished way too much of my personal power, which put a lot of pressure on him. Coming out of that relationship taught me so much. And I realized how strong I was and capable I was without him, and all of the fucktards that were in between.
Oh God.
Yeah. The lessons learned too.
You can just
I think I found this deep dive hard, because obviously you have to look at the flaws, if you will, the not so great things about yourself. But in doing so, recognizing what exists, what works, what doesn't work so well, and also like the gap in between where I need to still be making moves on it. And I feel I in all of these things, if I'm struggling, I can tell my other half I'm struggling. I'm struggling in this area, so I need you to pick up some slack. I'm struggling in this area, I need you to pick up some slack. And he'll be like, okay. So it's like, I feel like I've really got a partner. And in working on all of those things in this romantic relationship, I hope that that's translating into all of my other relationships too. But listen, friends and family, if you've got something to say, keep it to yourself. I don't hear it. No, I'm joking. I'm always intrigued to hear whether or not you feel there has been any change, positive or negative. And if you've got clear examples of those, please let me know, because otherwise I don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes. Otherwise that shit didn't happen.
So for the big top today in our media circus. I do love that little bit. Yeah. I'm going to have to learn to juggle now. Oh, I look like a real clown today as well. My little boops. Big lips. Hello, Ronald.
Oh, shit.
Foolishness. Do you want to take the lead today on the media circus? Because you said you've got something, have you? Or did I completely make that up in my head?
So it has been a week. It has been a week, and the scramble that I did before bed was actually pretty top tier.
Oh, God.
You know, like we work best under pressure. Oh, dear. Anyway.
Which is so bad. Why do we do that to ourselves?
Every time it's just like, look, if you'd have given yourself the time, I mean, this was great, but if you'd have given yourself the time, it would have been superb. Anyway. Yeah. Can't get them all. So, I found a couple of bits. I have two sort of like newsy bits and then one dilemma that I found.
Ooh.
Okay, so the newsy bits. The first one that I found is that there is a restaurant. I'd like to get your opinion on this. There is a restaurant in the States that is adding a $50 surcharge to the bill for parents who have unruly kids. So, okay, that face says, granted, warranted, charge them.
What do we mean by unruly, though?
And this is the thing, what do we mean by unruly? So it hasn't been stated what the definition of unruly is, but I would imagine it to be like the kids are just like running around like crazy, being a nuisance to other patrons, being
100% charge them. There are family-friendly restaurants out there for a reason, and to all of those who don't have kids, don't go to those restaurants.
Yeah, it's not for you.
No. If you have an issue with kids being loud and running around, kids being kids, then don't go to the kid-friendly restaurants. It's plain and simple. Like,
not for you, yeah, absolutely.
You have no right to start kicking up a fuss about the noise level if you're going to restaurants like that. Yeah. However, if you are going to really upmarket, like posh restaurant, and kids are screaming around and the parents are just not doing anything about it, charge those motherfuckers.
Now, those are the ones that I feel like should be charged, because there are some people that will just let their kids just go nuts. They're like the kids are like banging into other tables. I've seen kids pick things up off other people's tables, and like the parents are just in their own world, like deep in conversation, and there's not even an attempt to like rein it in. Like, obviously, yes, kids are going to be kids, you know, we all once were at one time, but I feel like we had behaviour, like we knew how you behaved at a restaurant.
That's because we used to get spanked. That's because you used to get beat.
It was just the look. It was the look sometimes.
Yeah, like, but you knew what the look meant.
The look was the gateway to the beat.
Exactly.
It just wasn't heard of. Like, you sat in your seat, and if you were fortunate enough to like have a placemat with crayons, well, if you had a placemat with crayons, that's a family friendly place. But if not, you just sat your ass down and you ate your food, and you were like grateful to be there. You know, there was no running around. I think the only place that you could like stretch legs a bit is if you were going to the bathroom by yourself, if you were old enough at that point to go by yourself. And if you were out with the cousins, that's what I can remember, you kind of like fast walk to the toilets. But yeah, there was no running around, there was no screaming. So no. Yeah, if you're one of those that just lets your kids run wild, then I kind of think pay the fee, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you need to have the sign up somewhere very clear to say that if your kids are unruly, you will get charged. So it's not a surprise when it's like, oh, we've got $50 extra on here. But I'm here for it. Sorry.
Listen, as someone with kids, I'm here for it too. Like, yeah. And this is not a judgment on like parenting, because obviously everyone parents differently, but the restaurant does not belong to you. You have to consider other people. So if you can't be bothered to do that, stay home or go to the drive-through.
Do you know, I would extend the charge to unruly groups as well. Listen, there are times where I've been places and people get rowdy, not like a little bit drunk and happy, but that they're throwing food around, that they're like throwing it across each other. But no, you're in a public place. Like, save that behavior for your own home where you have to clean up that shit. And also, being someone who has worked in a restaurant, ain't nobody got time for that shit. Okay, so I don't want to be cleaning up after you when you're just being ridiculous. That's you are crazy. Human beings, not animals. And actually, a lot of animals will eat that shit up off the floor anyway. So it's like, do the same. It's nuts.
I don't know what, I've never seen adults throw food in a restaurant. That is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's where, you know, people have
just gotten like way too many
much to drink. Yeah. On that point, and sorry to steal your limelight for the media circus, but I did read something recently. In fact, maybe I didn't read it. I think the other half told me about it. That women in the UK are apparently the most unruly drinkers. Like, we are the binge drinkers. And a lot of it stems from brunch. From bottomless brunches.
Oh no, that's not where mine went.
And do you know what? The people who I saw throwing food were a group of women.
Cows.
So,
side down.
And so it was lunch.
See, I thought you were going to say, you know, because we have to have it together all the time throughout the week,
we just let loose,
go nuts at the weekend. So I was like ready to be like to defend it, but
yeah. So, but I'm here for the charge and extend it to noisy groups and unruly groups. Not noisy, but I mean like above the level that is, you know.
Yeah, you got to have some decorum, man. We try to live in a civilized society, you know, and as I said, oh God, there's nothing worse. I hate seeing unruly kids, you know. I hate it. And I'm not saying that mine are like angels, because I have to I rein them in, you know, because kids they can't sit down for too long. I don't feel like they're supposed to anyway. They're full of energy. They are meant to be like having the time of their lives, running around and burning off the energy. So it is a big ask sometimes to have them sit for like a 2-hour meal. But yeah, if yours can't do that, and if you can't rein him in, stay home.
Don't go outside. Yeah, definitely. I'm here for it. I don't remember ever being like that myself. And if my nieces ever were, I'd be like, I have the look, or I'm just like, Yeah, I don't think so. We don't do that.
Never. And we ate out a lot. When I think about it, actually, that was one thing my family did do a lot of. We used to go out for dinner a lot, all types of restaurants. But yeah, the behavior was on 10. Like, Listen, it was not worth the wait till you get home. It was just not worth it, man. Honestly.
No. And that silence in the car on the way home when you know you're getting in and you're racing up those stairs to go to bed and pretend to sleep because otherwise your ass would be red. Like, we know it and it worked. So bring it back. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, in trying to do things differently with this generation, there's a lot more talking and the look does not work how it used to back in the day, but they can still be controlled.
I think the look for me always worked more strongly if it wasn't from my mum or dad, actually.
If it wasn't from them?
Yeah, my aunt gave the look good.
Oh, wow.
And she's known for it. She is known for it.
Oh, damn. I only got the look from my mum. Like,
oh no, we got told. We were just like, and it was the voice, the stern voice.
Yeah.
The real gritted teeth. That's probably where I get it. The real gritted teeth. We are not doing that here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we hear that loud and clear. Cool. Okay, so yes, that's an interesting point, and I am here for the charge.
Okay. So a very quick one before I read out this dilemma. Snoop recently posted that he's giving up smoke.
What?
My reaction, exactly. I was like, has he had some news recently, or has he reached, a level of enlightenment now? But then I thought, maybe he's just going to go to edibles. I just don't know if he's... I mean, of course, he could just completely lock it off because he's been smoking.
Yeah, but that's going to be difficult. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's as addictive as smoking, like the nicotine and tar situ.
Yeah.
And also, if he has been rolling his joints with pure herb, then he probably won't have the same cravings. But that is going to be an interesting journey for him if he is like going for it, because he, like you said, he has been smoking for a very long time.
It's like part of the brand. It is a huge... it's a big part of the brand. So to see Snoop without a J is going to be interesting. He literally just said, what did he say? Sugar, I should have copied the post. But it was basically like, I'm giving up the smoke, respects my privacy at this time. So it could be a, like a marketing thing, because the respect my privacy at this time made me think, what have you got cooking? But if he's really giving it up, interesting.
Listen, you can have drops now, you don't even have to have the thing.
Oh, edibles. He's just like, he's probably not going to not, but the
just every morning after brushing your teeth, good.
On your way.
Yeah, no one's going to know. But that shocks me.
Right? So stay tuned. We'll update next week.
Yes. Yeah.
See if anything else came of it. Yeah. All right. So this dilemma that I found on Twitter. I still can't bring myself to call it X. It just sounds like...
Don't, because it's not to us. It's fine.
It's not. So there's this like infamous page called Six Brown Chicks, and they've been around for like, it might be decades at this point, where just crazy dilemmas are on there. This one's not super crazy, but it made me cackle.
Oh, so gosh.
Let me read this to you and see what you think, all right? All right, so it says, she went through my phone and contacted women I dealt with. I couldn't control myself. I'm 5'11", she's 5'1". I tower over her, and I was so enraged that I smacked fire from her face. I fought my girl. And my girl legit won the fight. She kicked my balls like Ronaldo. When I doubled over in pain, she kicked me in my head. I blacked out, and I woke up with a busted lip and a knot in my forehead. Her shoe print was on my face and shirt. She stomped on me. I went to another female's house to stay. I haven't gone back home because what kind of a man can live with a short woman who can whoop his ass? I can't. I miss her though. And I told her I'll come back home if she got my teeth fixed and promised not to put hands on me again. She responded, nah.
Good for you.
She is my soulmate, and I know we can get past this. How do I make her see this? My response is, you don't, bruh. Stay where you are. She gave you the answer.
Nah. Nah.
Listen, the way he was just like, I smacked fire from her face. This is giving me like drawback.
Yeah.
Her full palm. And he's like, I fought my girl. Nah, you're lucky you're alive, my guy.
I'm so happy for her. The footprint. Oh my God.
Me, it was I miss her though. And I told her I'd come back if she got my tooth fixed and promised. I was just like,
never to lay hands on me again.
But this is like what you get. Like, you can't hit people without thinking you can get hit back. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he didn't expect her. Like, especially because he made a thing about her height and his height. Like, you know, I'm the man, so I'm going to like smack you down and you're going to be cowering in the corner. And she's just like, the fuck I am. I'm coming for you.
Obviously, we do not condone domestic violence, but as far as I'm concerned, this had a happy ending.
Good for you, girl.
What? I mean, yes, you know, I don't feel like you should be going through people's phones.
No, but that's a conversation that you can have then.
No,
you don't...
absolutely. It doesn't warrant a smack. Nothing does.
No, yeah.
Nothing does.
No.
And it's not me saying she started it, because that's not what the issue is here. But yeah, I think for me, this is like the epitome of fuck around and find out.
Indeed. And he found out, much to his absolute humility. Like, the fact that he's writing in, this is the kind of thing that I can imagine, like, just guys, I would be so interested to hear guys' response to this dilemma. So guys, if you're listening, please interact with this little segment, because I am dying to hear your input. Obviously we're like, yes, girl, whoop, whoop, good for you. But what would you say? I think it's, like I said, I definitely feel as though that is a conversation. Like, there is never any need to lay hands on anybody. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel that fire burning up sometimes.
You have like the Hey Arnold palm, just like grabbing your fist
beside me. Yeah. And it's like, it's frustration, and you're like, what? All of the energy needs to come out somewhere, and for some people that is physically. But I would take that to a pillow before I take that to anyone else. But yeah, that's just crazy.
She Jackie Chan's in
America, you know. Ooh, roundhouse kick. But with her foot in his face. The fact that he woke up with a busted lip, like he was down and out, and she was just like, I'm still going.
Can you imagine?
I wonder if she's like,
as well.
Crazy. Listen, oh my gosh.
You learned today. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yes. Use your words, as we've been saying. That's crazy.
So
Madness. I have a couple for you today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a surprise. I didn't think you had one. Okay.
No. I did. Oh,
right.
And one is madness. And I've got to say, this is a UK story. So.
Okay. Disclaimer.
So it's actually a video. Someone has posted this up on Instagram, right? And it's a guy he is helping out a friend. So the scenario is that my friend is breaking up with her boyfriend, and she asked me to hide in the trunk in case he gets violent. So the video is from this guy's perspective, and he's like hiding in the trunk, like, you know, narrating as things are going on, obviously post, because it's all text. So first off, it takes this guy 17 minutes to come to the car. She's breaking up with him in the car. And she's just like, we need to break up. Like, this isn't working for me anymore. I know you've been cheating. He was like, what are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Yeah. And she's like, you cheated on me with my sister. And he was like, it was your stepsister. That's not even real family.
Oh, it's like, okay then. Oh my God.
Yeah. So like, and this guy's in the back going, oh my God. And every now and again is peeping up and then goes back down, but you don't see anything. You just see him kind of like looking from the boot. So obviously the boot cover the shelf is gone, so he can be peeping in and out. And then he's just like, hang on, what's going on? There's kissing noises. And then it's like 12 minutes and the thing's moving, the car is moving, and this guy's in the car like, what is going on?
And then it's like there.
15 minutes later, the boyfriend gets out and goes, and then the end of the clip is the guy in the trunk going, what the fuck? And it's like, she hasn't got any clothes on.
No. Oh my God.
How are you going to do that? I thought that was so funny, but honestly, I'll send it to you because it's just nuts.
I'm sorry. Your friend being in the boot has to be one of the strongest forms of contraceptive, no? You think?
Well, first off, he's cheated on you with your sister.
I mean, I haven't even got into that part yet, but it's your stepsister, so it's not even real. When I tell you, I really want to know what school these guys are going to, because where is this type of audacity taught? Because surely you can't be born with this. Where are you learning this? Where are you picking this up from? What supplements are you taking? What books are you reading? This is not normal.
Street.
That's
it's
not
the
even
street.
Real family. Oh, I'd kill you. I would smack fire in your face.
Oh, gosh.
What?
I mean, who's to say that this even happened? But I just was like, I get the sense that this actually did happen because of just the reaction, just the pure shock on this guy's face of just being like, disbelief, being in the boot of the car and all of this going on. I would be traumatized.
Yeah, I don't need to know anyone like that. Anyone.
I'm not staying in the boot either.
I don't want to be. Yeah, the gig is up. I'm out. Peace.
I would literally. I wouldn't even make it quiet. I would be like, slam out.
And also, don't come to me for shit about this guy anymore, okay? Because clearly,
about no guy, we ain't friends.
Clearly,
we ain't friends.
You're on a road of destruction, and I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, dip.
Oh my God.
No, thank you. I don't need that kind of energy.
Car shaking, you know.
Yes.
What did he say? What did this man say for it to escalate so quickly?
All that the same stuff. Baby, you know, you're the one. Da, 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 da. No.
Ew.
Bye. Don't. That's just, all I'm hearing is lies.
That's wild.
All I see is the word lies coming out your mouth. Like, it's just, that's not me. No, thank you. So that was the first one, right?
That is crazy.
Second one, I don't know if this is like a podcast or it is a podcast. So this is American. And it's like 4 women, they're all mums, and they're like they've got their podcast, doing their thing. one of them's telling a story about how she's heard this story. Okay, so it's one of those I've heard through whoever.
I love these.
I'm sorry for the sun kind of like coming in, so I'm just going to be creeping over to this side a little bit, not to be blinded. So she's telling these other mums this story about how there was this 17-year-old girl, right? She went over to her friend's house during the week, stayed overnight, got up the next morning to get ready for school, made herself like coffee with some creamer or whatever. And because I don't know what creamer is, so I'm assuming it's some sort of like milk thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Like the OHT, whatever it is. So yeah, made herself some coffee, some creamer, and she was like, she came home and she said, oh, I've had such a busy day, blah, blah, blah. Like I've been texting all my friends and I've been like, doing like, an essay, wrote 6 pages, blah, 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 and all her friends are like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? And her mum was just like, are you on drugs? Because something's not right. Right? Realization is hitting from an So her mum works at a hospital. She took this coffee that she had as part of, like, you know how you still have the dregs at the bottom of your usable thing. Took the coffee to this hospital lab, and the results came that there was ketamine, cocaine, and some sort of like ecstasy thing mixed in this creamer. So this poor girl had been drugged. She'd never taken drugs before. She'd been drugged, and she was dog sick for the next 2 days as she came down from this whole experience. And the woman who's telling this story, she was like, this is just like another reason why I'm not letting my kids stay over at other people's houses. One, not during the week when you're going to school, but also I don't trust. How can you not like trust your friend's family to have this craziness?
Ketamine, coke, and ecstasy?
Yeah, some sort. I can't remember what the mix, but it was extreme.
In creamer. So was it like mixed in the creamer? Or did she... Oh, wow. Yes.
So I'm assuming that folks like that, the parents are obviously using this.
I mean, because the creamer is for coffee. So it's not, sorry, I'm just trying to make sense of this. But, you know, there's some things you just can't make sense.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't make sense out of nonsense, they say. Oh, my God. I mean, it should have been, like, tucked away, like, back of it. I don't even know what creamer looks like. Because in my head, I'm thinking coffee mate, like powdered milk sort of thing. That is...
Yeah. Which would be accessible to all of the family,
everybody. No? Listen... And she was 17. Oh my God. Listen, lucky she didn't OD, because I like a creamy coffee. So I would have been gone.
I fill my cup up half with water and the rest is milk. So I'm basically I'm making a latte without the foam, you know?
Yeah.
I would be off.
Wow.
And how you wouldn't be able to tell anyway. Like, I know I make this face all the time, but I would literally be like this. You know? I'd just be walking around like, hey, how you doing? Oh my God. It would just be crazy.
I don't even know what, like, off my face me would be like. I feel like I'd be one of those comatose ones, just like slumped.
But this is all like high energy stuff. All of these are like her upper. That's why she was out for the 2 days.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So she's just like, you know that feeling when you know you've had far too much coffee?
Yeah. That happened to me,
you know,
like
your
2 or 3 times. It's horrible. That's actually scary, because like you get jittery, the shakes. Have you had the coffee shakes?
No, I've not had coffee shakes, but I remember when vodka Red Bull was a real big thing.
This is what I'm saying. That drink don't make no sense. That drink does not make sense. It's a panic attack in a bottle.
Listen. Oh my gosh. I remember coming home from a night out and feeling like I should be asleep. and I was buzzing on Mars. Yo, I was having my own party on the planets. I was just like trying to calm myself down. I'm going to have to shift because this light is getting in my face.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Beautiful. It's not often we get a close up.
that reminded me, you know, the Three Little Pigs. Yeah. I don't know. It was the Ladybird's book, right? But the Three Little Pigs, and then the wolf was at the window. I don't know. I'm gonna find it. I'll find it, and we'll have to loop it in. But that's what that was giving me when I'm like this. I might have to even close the thing. But yes. Oh gosh. Cool. So those were the two things that I found that I thought these are
I'm big. Like, yeah, the kids aren't sleeping over anywhere. My two have only been, it's just like family. Oh, one of my friends, but like I know them. Yeah. We're all good. But yeah, man, you can't just be letting them go anywhere willy-nilly.
No, right? I think that's it. I don't even remember actually staying over anybody's house like until I was, oh no, tell a lie, I probably was about 16, 17. Okay. And my friend wasn't someone that my parents had like vetted, you know? But before then, I don't remember staying over anyone's house that wasn't family.
Yeah, you just weren't going nowhere. It's like if the friends can come here, but you ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. And
for good reason, man. You just don't know how people are running their households. I mean, we had the whole debate with like the shit hand towels.
Or just not washing their towels, right? For a year. But no. I'll just be sending them off with their whole thing. Just see these little kids with their like mountain backpacks. I'm going for one night, Mum. Yeah, but you're taking everything that you need. Your cream, your towels.
Listen.
All of the clothes that have been washed and extras. Everything. And your linen. Like there's a duvet in there too.
Bring your pillow. Oh, yeah. Because I remember saying, like, as I said, not all households are equally maintained. And I remember definitely having on a breakout, staying over a family member's house, actually. Yeah, because the pillows weren't going in at all. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even to this day, I take a pillowcase with me when I go on holiday.
Standard.
It's not like because of cleanliness, it's just because of the head. So I take the silky pillowcase with me. So I'm like, oh yeah, well at least I'm not going to get roughage on the back.
That's true. Oh no, that was something that my mum's been like doing for years. She's always packed a pillowcase going on holiday for sure.
That's so sensible. Again, these are the things like you pick up from your parents. And you're like, oh yeah, that's a sensible idea, actually. If your parents are making sensible decisions.
Yeah, it's like as you get older, all the things that you kind of like rolled your eyes about start to make sense. Just like, yes.
Yeah, I know. It's. I kind of feel bad that we only appreciate some of the things that our parents did when we're older, and then you're like, man, they were so clever to think about that. That makes sense. That makes sense. But at the time, you're like, why are you being extra, Mom?
Literally. Well, I used to hate when we used to have like packed lunches going to like theme parks and stuff. It's just like, can we just buy food there? Like, but these times it was like fried chicken and like rolls and like proper food. And obviously now being a parent, we are packing a lunch, okay? Because I'm not spending £12 on a burger for you to eat half of it and then tell me 20 minutes later you're hungry. No. So, yeah.
I know.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad.
It's quite funny though, because now if I go to a theme park and I'm buying the food there, it is a treat because of that same reason. Because I'm so used to having to take packed lunch that now I'm like, I got money on my own. I can buy my own lunch.
Hey. It's like you're treating your inner child.
Yeah. Let's go get a Burger King, girl. Let's go. All those times I got told no, I can't have a Whopper, and now I can buy my own Whopper. Yes.
Do you have Whopper money? Yes. I do.
All right, I have had a blast today, so
wonderful. Energy
thank
on
you
10.
for that. Yeah,
I need to match you. I need to know what your secret is, because I need to meet you up there.
No, it's nice to have this little balance, because you bring me down a little bit too, and not down as in the dumps.
I was going to say,
I saw your face, trust me. I don't mean down in the dumps. I mean down from the rafters, because I'm like up here going, ah! And you're just like, let's bring it down to earth, girl. Let's go. We meet in the middle. It's all good. It's all good. So a huge thank you to you, because, you know,
I couldn't be here without you, babes.
Thank
you.
Right. You.
No, you.
Oh my God.
Up first.
I would though.
It's true. That's not the game to play with you. You're like, hello, Ames.
I'm like, sorry, my reception died. Bye. Don't call me back. We're finished. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate you kind of like coming on this journey with us. We hope you have as good a time as we do, clearly.
Yeah.
If you're not already following us on all of the socials, why not? And get yourself there. You can find us on all of the mainstream. I'm not going to list them because you probably already know what they are.
Wherever they are, we are there.
Yeah, we're there, lurking in the shadows.
Waiting for you. Come on. Get with it.
You just need to look for It's All Frolics. So we do also have our wonderful YouTube channel, and that is It's All Frolics podcast. So make sure you subscribe to them all. Hit those notification bells, which alerts you to when our next episode is out. That tends to be every Tuesday. So know it. But it's easier to have it automated, right? Don't be afraid to reach out and interact with us. If there's anything you've seen on any of the episodes that you find funny, interesting, have a comment about, then leave the comments, send us an email, whatever way floats your boat to get involved. But come on in, because
it's a good time over here.
It is. It is. Come join the Frolics, guys. It's for everyone. But until next time.
Peace.
You know, I didn't even say it. Peace, guys. It's been great. Until next time, guys. Bye.